All right, guys. Again, I appreciate it very much. All right. I don't think this is difficult. All right. There are a few things on here that some kids may have forgotten, but it should be really easy for you. That's why I'm not worried about the quiz on Thursday. All right. Pay attention. As soon as you don't know something, you got to tell me. All right. So let's just quickly review. I'll go ahead and do the first couple. All right. And then we'll start going around the room. Maybe you can do these. All right. Now, does everybody remember when you're multiplying fractions, first of all, you check to see if they can do what? Simplify. Thank you very much. You want to see if they can simplify. We say cross reduce. All right. Does anything reduce? No. So again, this one, we just multiply straight across then. When you multiply straight across, it's 7 times 1, which is, and then 8 times 2, which is, come on, guys. Now you got to speak up right now. Remember, the key for success is as soon as you don't know something, you speak up. All right. Anybody have problems? And try not to daydream either. All right. Everybody's good? I know it's been a long time. All right, here we go. So everybody should be able to just look at that and say that's obviously just what? 2/15. Now, once again, if that's not obvious to you, now's the time where you just say, hey, that's not obvious. What did you do?
Heck,
All right.
it's not obvious.
You don't see it?
Well, I see it, but like, how do you know if you're supposed to just multiply straight across or not?
Well, you're gonna in a minute you'll see that, but there's nothing to reduce here or nothing to reduce here.
Like reduce.
Well, you'll see in a minute if you forgot what reduce means. I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay. But right now, 2 and 3 don't reduce, 1 and 5 don't reduce. So you're just multiplying straight across. Multiply numerators, multiply denominators.
Okay.
All right. Now here's what I'm talking about for question number 3. Now I want you to be able to see these can reduce, correct? All right. So again, we're looking this way and this way. All right. So what number goes into 3 and 3? 3, right? In other words, I'm just going to write it out, but you don't have to do this. You would divide that by 3 and divide that by 3. That's technically what you're doing. Does that make sense? And so this 3 crosses out to a what? 1. This 3 crosses out to a what? 1. Now you're looking diagonally at the 2 and the 16. What can be divided by 2 and divided by 16? 2. Exactly. So I'm going to put divided by 2 here. You don't have to. I'm going to put divided by 2 here. You don't have to. I'm just showing the work. And then what's 2 divided by 2? And 16 divided by 2? 8. Now you have to remember from the previous lessons with integers, a negative times a positive is a what? Negative. Everybody okay with that? And now you're doing 1 times 1, which is 1. And then 1 times 8, which is, so my answer is negative 1/8. Good for you. Tell me. Actually, that's a very good question. Look right here, everybody. Negative 2/3. All right. All right. With negative 2/3. All right. The negative can be with the 2, or it can be with the 3, or it can be out in front. But there is only one negative. You with me on this? With me? Only one of them is negative. All right. Because why? If I put a negative there and I put a negative down there, it's no longer negative. It's what? It's positive. You with me on that? So when you have a negative, it generally, what we do is we say that I like to put the negative out in front of the fraction like that. You really don't ever see fractions written with a negative in the denominator. Sometimes you see it with a negative in the numerator, but most of the time it's just right out in the front. Make sense now? Good for you.
So it's negative. Then how do you know to make the new or multiplying? How do you know to make the 2 negative?
It doesn't matter.
Do you just make one?
Right, because let me explain why. Let me explain why. Do you remember what 2/3 is as a decimal?
No.
Who remembers what 2/3 is as a decimal? Come on, someone, what? No. Remember, make it out of nines.
Oh,
2/3
2/3.
is how many
So 3
nines?
times 3 is 9, and 2 times 6.
Right, so what is it?
Repeating.
6 repeating, perfect. You with me on this? So 2/3 is 0.6 repeating, right? But a -2 divided by a +3 is still a negative. You with me? As long as you have one negative, the answer is negative.
Okay.
You with me on that? If you say 2 divided by -3, if you say 2 divided by -3, it's still negative. If you say -2 divided by +3, it's still negative. And then you can do 2 divided by 3 and then make it negative. Those are your options. All right. Very good questions. All right, so I'm happy with that. All right, let's see if it gets harder. All right. So here we go. Let's talk about two negatives. If I multiply two negatives, automatically going to be a what? Positive. All right. It's going to be a positive. So everybody write that down for me. Come on, don't be too lazy. All right. The other ones were easy because you didn't have to really reduce. All right. This one you do. All right. Let's start over here. Mallory, tell me what to do.
So you have to cross
Which one am I crossing out? 21 and 3. Cross out the 21 and make it a what? Yes. Right, because you're dividing by what number? Yes. And then cross out the 3 and make it a what? Good. Now what am I doing with the 5 and the 10? Right, the 5 crosses out to a, and the 10 crosses out to a, and now you just multiply straight across. And what do you get? Is it positive or negative? Of course. Very nice. Anybody have any issues with that? See, it's easy, easy. Good refresher. All right. Good lesson coming back. It's not really that hard. All right. But if you don't know something, like I said, speak up. It's getting harder as we go down. All right. Number 5. Ooh. Now, let's go ahead and someone tell me what's the problem with this. Do you remember, Quinn? Yeah, put it in an improper fraction. Right, so I'm gonna let you do that. So what's -4 1/2?
You multiply 2 and 4.
Right.
Which is 8, and then +1 is 9, so it's 9/2.
Yes, very nice. I want everyone to just write down. You don't even have to write the 4 1/2 down. You just have to automatically convert that to -9/2. And then what's the other one?
-10/9.
-10/9. All right, so again, you're dealing with two negatives, right?
Yeah.
So two negatives going to be a what? Positive, right? Now what can cross out?
The 9 and 9 to both ones.
Yeah, the 9 to a 1, 9 to a 1.
And the 2 and the 10, the 2 to a 1, and the 10 to a 5.
Right, so after all that, it's just what?
5/1.
5/1, which is just what? Correct.
5.
That's it. 5 divided by 1 is 5. Anybody have any issues with that? Yeah, nice. I agree. All right, let's knock out 6. Maya, you want to do this one? Go. Tell me what to do. So how is that? Perfect. So you're amazing. You are amazing. 17/3. Perfect. Does anything reduce? No. You're right. So a negative times a positive is a, what's 5 times 10? 5 times 7. 50 plus 35. Amazing. And then 3 times 2. And believe it or not, that is your answer, guys. In our math class, because we're getting more advanced, we leave things as improper fractions. We don't convert them to mixed. Is everybody with me on this? All right, so that's one less step. If we wanted to, of course, we could divide that out and put it as an improper fraction, but I don't care about that. All right, leave it as an improper fraction. Anybody have any questions so far? All right, here we go. Now we're getting into the algebra stuff. All right, so here we go. X times Y. Tell me what X is.
14 over 15.
Yep, so everybody needs to put 14 over 15 on their paper. Times
1 and 2 fifths.
1 2/5. But let's not even write 1 2/5. Let's just write,
7 over 5.
right, positive or negative though.
Negative.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. -7 over 5. Does anything reduce?
No.
No. 10 times 7.
70.
7 times 4.
28.
70 plus 28.
98.
You're awesome. 5 times 10.
50.
5 times 5.
25.
25 plus 50.
75.
Amazing. Positive or negative?
Negative.
There you have it, guys. Now, if you reduce at first, you won't have to reduce at the end. So, but hear what I just said. Can 98 and 75 reduce? No. How do I know that? Because we already looked. It cannot reduce diagonally or vertically, this way or this way. So that is always going to be our final answer. All right, here we go. You get to help me. Z times Z. Yes, ma'am. Times 2 negatives make a. Perfect. Can anything reduce? No. Final answer. Just multiplying straight across. Yeah, 9. Then multiplying straight across this way. No, it's been a while. Yes, 9 over 49. All right, anybody have any questions with that? 9 over 49. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right. Quinn, we're skipping you because you did one. Palmer, go. All right, Peter, I'm sorry.
Okay. So 14 over 15 and 3 over 7. but
Hold up,
7
hold up. 14 over 15. Give me a second. I got to write this out. 14 over 15. And then Z is -3. Bless you. All right, now can anything reduce?
It's 14 and 7 and 15 and 3, so it's 5 where 15 supposed to be and 1 where 3 is, and 2 where the 14 supposed to be and 1 where 7 is.
All right, hold up for a second. Is everybody happy with that? Reducing. Shh, shh. Come on, we're up here. Anybody have any questions with that?
Yeah, how did you just like turn it into other numbers?
Well, because you're looking here now. 3 and 15. What goes into 3 and what goes into 15?
5?
Right.
Well, then how
you-
did he get
you-
the 1 up there?
You divided by 3. Divided by 3.
Oh,
And 7 and 14 are both divisible by 7.
okay.
You with me? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You look and see if any number goes into both numbers. All right, now that you did that, you just multiply straight across. First of all, tell me, is it going to be a positive or a negative?
Negative.
Okay, here we go.
Negative 3 over 5.
-2 over 5. Anybody have any issues with that? All right, I'm agreeing. That's not too bad. All right, so let me see what's next. Let me scroll back up here. Let's do 10 11 and 12. I think I have room right here. What I'm gonna do, because we're not doing the word problems, I'm just gonna cross this out. All right, so here we go with 3/4 times X times Z. Davis, tell me what.
So you do 3/4
Perfect.
times 14/15
Perfect.
times -3/7.
Perfect. Now, is the answer going to be positive or negative?
Negative.
Very good. Negative. All right, now you're trying to reduce. Tell me what you see can reduce.
I see 3 and 15,
Exactly. 3 becomes a what?
a 1,
15 becomes a what?
5.
What else?
I also see 14 and 7,
That's correct. Very good. 7 becomes a
2. And 7 becomes a 1, 14 becomes a 2.
beautiful. Anything else?
No.
Yep. Let him figure it out. Look at the numbers.
Four and 2.
You see that?
Oh, I didn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can divide as long as one is on the top and one is on the bottom, you can reduce. Listen to my words. As long as one number's on the top and one number's on the bottom, you can reduce them.
Okay, so
The 2 becomes a what? And the 4 becomes a
2.
beautiful. Now you just multiply all the numerators together.
So 1 times 3 is 3.
Yes, sir. And then
2 times 5, and so 10.
yes, sir. That's how easy this is, guys. That's how easy. All right. Anybody have any issues with that? Anybody? All right, here we go. Next. Brennan. That's you, girl. Oh. 4 and 4, we can make 4/1 times, but you're going to convert that to what?
7, 6.
You're awesome, girl. Does anything reduce? So my answer is
Or no. Under 5.
it's got to be under or over, right? One of those. You're right, kiddo. -28/5. Perfect. All right, I'm happy with that. Sydney, 12. Yeah, tell me what I'm times -3/7. -1/1, which is what? -1. All right, that was nice because she just quickly observed everything does what? Cancels out, right? And everything cancels out, it's just a 1. Everybody's agreeing with that, right? Anybody have any issues? All right, I'm pretty happy with you guys on that. So now let me just help you. All right, I'm gonna do 39 and 40 with you, and then you're gonna be on your own. All right, 39 and 40 I'm gonna do with you. All right. So who is up on 39? Yay, good job, Sadie. All right, so now we have to count the negatives, Sadie. How many negatives do you see? So automatically going to be what? Do you remember? 3 negatives automatically means you with me on this, right? Odd number of negatives is a negative. Even number is positive. So make sure you make that note. All right, now everybody write down 39. All right, now I'm just going to start rewriting it because I want it perfect. I'm going to do -6/11 times. Now, Sadie, how do I write -4? I would make that -4 over what? -4/1. Now, actually, I don't need the negatives anymore because I know the answer is negative, and sometimes that just messes me up. So times, what do I do with 2 3/4? Uh-huh, exactly. All right, so you help me out now. What can I reduce?
Eight and four.
What can I reduce? Where's 8 at?
Four.
Yes, ma'am. I can reduce the 4 and the 4, and both those just become what? Yep. What else? Yeah, it's remember what I said. Anytime one is on the top and one is on the bottom, we can do what? Cross them out. They both become what also? Yes. Can you see another one? You are awesome, girl. And what is that? You are amazing. So final answer, you are amazing. Okay, so that was very good. Now, is it necessary to do 2/1 or we just write -2? Just write -2. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, Carolyn, you help me. Number 40. So the only thing I have to be careful with is the 7 I write as what? And then what's 2 1/3? You are amazing. Okay, now you get to help me, kiddo. What am I reducing? Shh, let's get this done. 9 and 3 is perfect start. Well, first of all, is my answer going to be positive or negative? Thank you very much. That way I don't have to worry about the negatives. All right, now the 3 becomes a, and the 9 becomes a. Perfect so far. Now what? True. 7 becomes a 1. And what? Anything else now? See how that is? Remember, anytime it's on the top and bottom, you can reduce. So what happens there? Yes. And then when I multiply straight across, it's going to give me a over. Yes. 7/10. Now let's say, guys, one quick question. Let's say she forgot the 3s. Then the answer would be 21/30. Now does 21/30 reduce? Yeah, and if you reduce it now, it becomes what? Same answer. So if you forget to reduce one, it doesn't matter. You'll have to reduce it at the end. But I don't want to reduce it at the end because the numbers get what? Bigger. I always try to make sure that I reduce at first. All right, is everybody okay with that? All right, does anybody have their iPad? Because I feel like we're good. Yeah, and no, now listen, if somebody's sitting there going, man, I'd like to a little bit of extra. All right, is anybody having problems? Anybody think they need a little extra help? All right, anybody? All right, I told you it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy today and tomorrow. It's going to be easy today and tomorrow. So again, you're responsible for now. All right, 15 through 32. You don't do word problems. Do not do word problems. 15 through 32, and then 35 through 38, because we did 39 and 40 together. Yes, of course. All right. Good job, guys. I appreciate it. Please, I have so much work to do. All right, I'm gonna sit here and work, and you can kind of take a look at things. All right. If you're having trouble, you can ask me a quick question if you need to, but you can also ask your buddy. What's the matter? What? Yeah, you guys can share. That'd be nice. Thank you, Davis. Just keep it down. All right, keep it down. Get to work. Great job today, guys.
We have on